time. But I don't know. I feel like it'd be all right. It just does depend on, like, is it one of these ones where you don't go on Medusa, for example, if they do pick her, to start out the engagement? Do you just go on everyone else, and then when it's a 5v1, then you turn on to the carry at the end?
Then maybe you go like a Wraith King, so then he at least has a stun. He can like try and kill someone like Disruptor at the start of a fight with a blink, and they have not like. Do they have enough damage to get through 2 lives? I mean, right now I feel like they struggle a lot. Like maybe PuckChamp are like talking to each other about this. Like, what's the best thing that we want here? Maybe it's like
they are so low on their reserve time now.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's not what I expected at all. That's fine.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I kind of feel like you're underselling their damage a little bit, just because it's going to be a Night Stalker paired with an IO.
You're right.
Normally, yes, but IO Night Stalker is able to deal out a lot, and even if they did go into something like the Wraith King, which I don't think they're likely to do, I'm saying this is much more likely to just be a Krillot Razor, because again, it's into the Night Stalker, right?
So true, so
lane.
true. Yeah.
That you would just be able to have at least that Dark Ascension for the second life if it was a Wraith King. So I feel like it's going to be alright. You just want to... Like, you can go in on this Night Stalker as soon as you've got that Dark Ascension up, because what's Razor going to do? Static link you, and then you just fly away over the trees, and you don't really care, right? Like, it's fine.
You have a lion, he's going to stun
He's going to be the one that gets gone on.
He's going to die instantly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Literally going to zip into the back line and just target that line.
Yeah. Night Stalker and Storms, because what are they going to do? They're going to have no stuns, other than, like, if an Invoker's in the perfect position. So you just got to kill the lion first, get it onto the Razor, use these 2 cores in particular, the Storm Spirit and the Night Stalker. If Lion doesn't exist, Night Stalker flies away, Storm Spirit ults away, Static Link has no value. So I feel like that's going to be the way that HellRaisers want to take every single one of these team fights, as again, we are still kind of low on the reserve time as well as overall pick time. Not going to see any Lycan cheese coming out here, so the Good has been removed from the pool.
I like Razor in a side lane more than mid. While I would have maybe liked to see a carry that's like super tanky and just impossible to kill, like Razor's gonna have a much better time being able to chase down the lane with Static Link. An Invoker, what he does do really well is, at least on Quad's Wex, he can cover the supports. So if Storm wants to jump Lion, right, and you just catch him with a Tornado, Cold Snap, then that makes it really hard, and then that can like lead into a Lion, Earth Spike, and all these nice things. I think there's like, it's really hard though for PuckChamp, in my opinion, just to take fights. Like, everything has to be under a ward for them or something, because if HellRaisers just ult with Night Stalker, they can just get a blink onto any of these heroes to make their fight like impossible.
I mean, I feel like PuckChamp's lanes are going to go so much better, right? It's going to be a Quaswex Invoker into a Storm Spirit, has no way to dodge out a Tornado EMP combination. Like we mentioned before, the Razor into the Night Stalker is going to go really well. The thing is that the way that, like we were saying before, HellRaisers is going to be able to claw it back is in those first few team fights once the ultimates are available. So I feel like what PuckChamp need is most likely their position 3 hero that they're going to have left. They need a stun. They need a way to, if they are able to get it onto the Lion, have that initial little bit of lockdown to be able to prevent that. And if they're able to get that, plus a hero that's good in lane against a Luna, that would be a big win. But we can see there's no Mars left in the pool. There's no Beastmaster in the pool. Tidehunter's still there, but it's kind of, you know, neither here nor there with the Luna.
I really like the Lycan ban that HellRaisers did, just because it's, I was thinking that it would be nice for PuckChamp to have a hero that gives vision for themselves, and Lycan is a hero that fulfills that while also being good against HellRaisers heroes.
We cover so much C that we forget that Eastern Europe love to pick the axe.
They love axe, man. Like, everyone plays this hero.
Looking at these lineups, on a scale of Swiss cheese to blue cheese, how unfavorable is PuckChamp's?
I'm gonna go Gruyere.
Yeah?
I actually have the palate of a 3-year-old child, and I don't know.
You just want mozzarella.
Cheeses. I like
She's like
mozzarella.
It is.
That's
It is
on
a
the
good
that's on the scale now. Swiss cheese.
I don't know what to say.
I
like a
don't know.
cheddar.
Like, everything again, lane's gonna go very well for PuckChamp, but I do worry about how they're going to take these team fights, because at least until Malik has a Blink Dagger, I don't feel like they're in a position where they can counter-initiate. Like, Lion's going to die a lot in this game, in my opinion. And until Malik has that Blink where he's able to get it onto the Night Stalker, hold him in place for a little bit, allow you to get that that lockdown combination, the mini stuns even coming through from the Invoker, or get the call onto the Storm Spirit, you're going to have a hard time. So It's just a question of who's going to be able to execute better. Who's going to is Malik going to be playing like TI8 Seb, where he gets a crazy amount of farm and is able to fulfill that role.
Yeah, Axe is a counter initiator. I can see I like that they have a Razor because he can run in and link, and then HellRaisers have to respond to that, and then Axe gets a good call. But it's hard to get that good call when Night Stalker's ulted, right?
Yep.
So I think it's all just about vision and who's starting fights. I like HellRaisers lineup probably more as a whole, but I could see PuckChamp running away with good lanes.
Well, these two drafts have made me very excited for game number 1 between HellRaisers and PuckChamp. But something else I'm really excited for is Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you so much, Nat, and the panel. And Trent, we are here. We are taking a look at HellRaisers versus PuckChamp, a game that I've been incredibly excited for. These are two teams that I think are coming in as there were a lot of questions, right? Who's going to take that second place behind Spirit? And both of these teams have looked amazing at various points. What do you think of the drafts, though?
Yeah, draft-wise, pretty. I wouldn't say anyone's super heavily favored. I think they both have pretty good ideas and concepts going in. Of course, we tend to lean towards the lanes a little bit, and then you see but then we have Io Luna too. So it's just we got big concepts, we got little concepts, and we got no pause. So wow, we're right into this one.
I'm so excited. The teams, they're a little bit late getting the start there. We had some technical delays getting the game going, but now we're ready to hop into it. Can't wait for this one. Yeah, and I think that there's a couple other things that we should watch for in this one. It's kind of the tale of two different games here, where you've got those lanes going on that look incredibly strong from PuckChamp, but then also not just the Io Luna, but this Night Stalker hero. I feel like it's something that changes the entire dynamic of how teams take fights and how these things end up looking. Because if one team has very limited vision, the other team sees everything, particularly with Night Stalker and Luna during nighttime, it feels like it's got to be good.
Yeah, they have a significant vision advantage at night. It's kind of insane. And that's something that really comes into play, I would say, I guess the whole game, but really it's those late game scenarios that you get to 40 minutes and the game's even or just a small lead for one team or the other. It's almost always based on who gets the jump in the fight, who had the first vision, who's getting that key target burst down, and that's what vision does for you when you have these kind of heroes.
Right. And then I mean that's definitely it, right? It's interesting, right? Because in terms of the fights that you take, PuckChamp in the late game might even actually have some of the better tools. I can imagine, an Axe call into Cataclysm with Weaver Ags and all that stuff is amazing, but they might never get to decide when they take those fights. They might never be the ones that get to choose when to take the right fight. So that'll be something to see. Interesting.
Probably their best vision tool is going to be Ducalis on this Weaver, throwing out the bugs. But, it's hard to really compare that when you get all the stuff on the side of HellRaisers. And not only that, they have great vision tools. They also have the best hero for capitalizing on said vision and the Disruptor for your glimpse and whatnot. So, looking pretty good.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Trent.
Thank you. For PuckChamp, though, probably my favorite thing is Malik on the Axe. I feel like this guy's insane. We've heard discussions about how he just likes to be aggro and the initiators, and he likes lower cooldown heroes. Axe just seems to be the one he goes for the most, alongside the Pango.
Right. Yeah, if you can just sort of go in there and disrupt things or make that big counter initiation play, we're gonna see some very solid performance. Of course, that means later on it's gonna be Krillad on the Razor, who sort of sets up for all that. Some funky stuff going on up top, by the way. There's gonna be a link now onto Limitless. Krillad might take him for a little bit of a walk. At the same time, Gilgear was trying to pull the creep wave back and around, so we've kind of got two separate waves sort of set up with this one, and they're trying to do whatever they can on HellRaisers to make this laning stage easier on themselves, but PuckChamp aren't giving them that opportunity. Ducalis is doing a good job of making sure it's underneath that tier 1 tower, but it looks like it might finally start pushing out here.
Yo, Young G. Real, has a Fairy Fire twice?
Oh.
No, it must have just been one in the Tango. But, oh yeah, Fairy Fire in the stick. Oof, that is rough. And, of course, easy water rune there for Rebel, but perhaps Young G could push out and snag the bottom one if he really wants to. But already threw out a really early Sunstrike as well that I think you guys missed for scouting mid. So he's an Exort boy.
Yeah, interesting.
And he's denying that water rune. Oh, no, the pull from Rebel. Oh, nice.
That's big. Damn,
Actually,
the double
yeah,
refill.
very huge.
I mean, and right now you can see he's going back for more points than Quas, as you know, taking another look at each of these lanes. But the interesting point about that is that Invoker went for this like 1-point excerpt build, one to get like the last hit on a range creep, but then second probably to try and get some rune control, and he's not making it the full use of it yet. Kind of tough. We'll see if he keeps on putting more points into Exort or not. At least for now, just running up that Quas for the max regen.
It does give you options if you get the early blink on Axu, but his lane now bottom Astral in some trouble. Oh, they got him. Watson, though.
Oh, that's a big kill. That's a big return kill. Malik doing the work on this axe.
Man,
Really
he is just
big.
spinning like crazy. You know, sometimes you can't buy a spin. This guy is just spinning all over Watson, spinning down that creep wave. Going to grab the next wave here, too. This is going to be one stacked axe. Look at that with a first blood to boot. Sorry, not a first blood. With some more. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was first blood, right? No, it wasn't.
No,
of course it
definitely
wasn't. First blood went to Malady. Ha! Woo! It's early.
It's okay. It's fine.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Good
Thank
stuff.
you. Luna's also laughing at me. But yeah, it's going to be a very happy axe player.
And, you know, on the other side, you're comparing that to Limitless on this Night Stalker, who's definitely hurting. Granted, we've seen Gilgear get some CS as well on this IO, so there's some amount of farming at least. Some of those might have been a couple of neutrals, but regardless, kind of what you want to have happen. Meanwhile, over in the jungle for PuckChamp, the triangle, we're getting a double stack going on from Astral. So they're going to have a little bit of money to retreat back to, and this is just further going to build on this big lead that Malik is trying to get. He is actually pretty close to a Vanguard here at 4 minutes in. He's only, what, 500, 300 gold away? This is huge if you can get that one quickly.
Yeah, he's top of the board right now in terms of net worth with the goal from his kill. But Rebel also getting back in there and taking that bounty rune while they were going for that double stack too, though. Then getting the water rune too right after. So this Storm is just so much to play with. I'm honestly surprised that Young G's doing this well considering the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still at the end of the day, you know, he's going to be able to secure some of these CS with, you know, whether it's the Forged Spirits or the Sunstrike, and he is actually fully going back in for more in the Exort. All right, so trying to get into that damage early, and he's going to be able to play with a Malik Blink Dagger that hits relatively early.
Yeah, plus you have Lion too, another pretty good hero with all the chain stun.
IO comes in. They might think about going here onto Young G. Cold Snap, not going to be enough to stop him down. Sunstrike afterwards hits onto Gilgear, which means Astral can maybe get a cleanup kill. But Rebel's going to be able to hold off and tank some of that tower for him. So another kill on the board for HellRaisers. And this is with the catapult hitting the tower.
Yeah, they had a salve there too, so boosted right back up for the two of them. And they still had a bounty rune ready, so they can grab this bounty rune. Oh, Ducalis, big play. Slow down the Storm.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can do the same at 6 minutes as well, because you know this Storm is huge at this point in the game. I'm sure the Invoker, you know, Young G's just telling everybody, all right, guys, listen. Like, they came mid, I died. Lane was going pretty well before that. He might have gotten some water runes early. It's all a blur. Please don't let him get the 6-minute rune.
Yeah, and they're up here top, trying to get it off in time. Gonna spawn, and Rebel finds it, gets the bottle on the DD. Yeah, that's scary as hell. Young G, he's got to be careful here. Like, he doesn't have Ghost Walk either, so if Storm wants to jump on him, it's not that hard of a kill.
He's got treads coming out right now in the Storm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, triple camp stacked up on the hard side over by that Axe, who has finished off the Vanguard now and is going in for boots next, but this is going to be that other quick acceleration that we'll see most likely of trying to get into that Blink Dagger ASAP.
Yeah, and his opponent here, I haven't even talked about Watson this whole game. Just chilling on the Luna. It was a bit of a, you know, an issue when you see the pick coming. It's just like, all right, you know, they want the IO pairing. It's probably the most popular one these days in the Luna, but what is their BKB control in this game? You know, you were kind of pointing out during the draft, just like, what are they going to do when Razor, like let's say he gets BKB and maybe a blink or something? That sounds kind of frightening. What does Luna actually do then? Their damage is very magical based on the side of HellRaisers.
Right. At least until Watson gets big. And, like, you don't want to have to go into a Hurricane Pike or something like that as Luna. I mean, you can, obviously. It's a hero that can build the item, but you always feel like you're, like, one item behind or something afterwards as far as damage is concerned. There's another link up there and Collat getting big. So, again, really even for both of these two teams here, at least out of the laning stage. And as HellRaisers, you got to be somewhat happy with that, but there are still some issues you got to be concerned about. And Ray gonna make the move
dude, they're
over and
watching
steal
them
this.
do it.
This is huge. They get the D ward afterwards. The Hex is there, though. Oh my god, the spins.
Big
Malik
spin,
is
big
there.
spin.
The spin and the Sunstrike for the dunk. That is as bad as it gets for HellRaisers. Malik gets the kill, takes a bunch of the big creeps. They do manage to get away with the IO. Oh man, that was big.
They did so many of the right moves too, right? Like you come in, you put down the sentry, got rid of the vision PuckChamp's head. Maybe you should have said like, oh, they had a lot of vision stacked up here. Maybe we should be a little bit more cautious about this. But you also just take that down so fast as Storm with the DD there too. So I get going for it, and I get trying to press your advantage. But that's one of those situations where you do see the risks involved when we always talk about like stealing stacks, right? Just a very heads up play there from PuckChamp.
Well, and PuckChamp, like, they had that vision down. They knew that they were going to come over and try and contest it at some point. And, HellRaisers, they got the vision taken out, but not until they had already, like, fully committed in for the stack. So,
and where
tough
Astro was
stuff.
positioned too. Same spot he's in right now, where he was just waiting outside the camp like that for the stun. Very well done. Outside of that typical vision range that you see. And he's back at work here once more. Because this is an Axe of the Vanguard, so let's see how close we get to Blink here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
oh,
there's
it's gonna look, they had a
gold.
sentry down too.
Yeah, they were super
All right.
ready.
So he's at 1090 right now. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You hold that alt button, Trent.
Put him in the the blender. Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. Sorry, how much was it?
It was 740, I think, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Technology.
that's pretty good.
You just blew my mind. Sorry, I'm more about the old ways. I turn off the spawn boxes. I just look for the rocks in the bushes. I don't want help.
And the turtle, the old turtle.
And the turtle, the magic bush in the Radiant Jungle. Never forget.
God, it's been a while.
I thought that was the most crazy thing when I learned that one. I remember looking up on the old wikis. It was good. Shout out to Dotafire.com. That's where I used to find all my hero builds.
Well done.
I think it still exists.
Does it really?
I think anyone
You just-
in this
you
game
just
is
looked
using
it
a
up.
build from Dotafire right now.
Hell no. You're crazy, Trent. You're out of your mind.
It does appear to still exist, for the record.
So does MySpace.
It does?
Yeah, I think so. It's a music thing now.
That'll come back. It'll be hip.
Yeah. Oh, God. So let's see. Blink Online coming out for Malik. This is a really nice timing for them with Finger of Death. They've got the Sunstrike ready to go as well. And it looks like they're going to be running right in towards Watson. Melody is the one on the other side that's there to break the smoke. And, well, the glimpse comes out. And don't know if it's going to make... Oh, Sunstrike off the mark. Might actually live through this. With Finger of Death afterwards. Wait. The big ulti dropped down, and now the turn. I don't know if they can take this fight against Malik, though. Maybe they can, because Storm's on the other side, actually taking down the Invoker. So going toe-to-toe here, Watson getting a little bit of separation from Malik, but still fine for the moment. He gets the blink away.
Relocate?
Okay. I mean, they go all the way in. Young G is almost dead, but can't quite get the finish. Krallat running down Rabel now, and... Well, Gilgir pulls him out on the other end of the relocate. Barely able to get back home. And Sunstrike afterwards, they will clean up on Limitless at the very least.
Oh, meanwhile, Ducalis up top here. Oh, yeah, okay. Ducalis up top just can't get the finish. We're good. I was going to be IO.
Instead, they get Maladied in the mid. So that was Finger of Death used.
Oof.
Weird fight.
Yeah, pings out that they have vision seeing him there, but the ward actually just died anyway. So yeah, so that whole circumstance pops off because he got the glimpse before the call. And so when he glimpsed back the axe, Malik was still pulling him, which pulled him out of the Sunstrike, which is what kicked off that entire thing. Pretty good stuff. Nice glimpse. He was so ready to pop that smoke, by the way. That was just all positioning for Malady. To just be like, okay, I know they want to invade this jungle. They probably have Blink soon. I'm going to protect my Luna. But once again, kind of getting a little too aggressive. Same situation where they went for the big stack and lost some heroes that relocate to the mid lane. Pretty dangerous stuff.
Well, and it's been long enough now that Static Storm is back up again, and they're going to try and find somebody. Ducalis is the one that's there to break the smoke this time if you run into him. And get some vision, jump down, and dust. Wait, Ducalis? Yeah, pulled back in. They got the glimpse. He tried to get the time lapse off, but couldn't quite get it in time.
I will say what I really like, though, is that I think that when you have the hard carry, these are the kind of moves you want to be making. Even if they trade even or it's like a little bit ugly sometimes, I think it's better to be out on the map making these kind of plays because in the end, you're still giving tons of space to your, like, you know, your Luna, your Anti-Mage, your Terrorblade. You can't just sit back passively because that's when you're going to lose this space for your Luna.
They are cutting down and taking that tier 1 tower up top. There isn't a counterplay being made towards mid, really. It's just Forge Spirits and the rest of the time PuckChamp trying to farm up the whole other side of the map. So that is going to be a nice little injection of gold for them trying to get to their next power spike, if nothing else.
Yeah, they were actually trying to bait Luna mid. They wanted Watson to either come for the mid tower or to push into that bottom jungle, I think, which is why they weren't showing. Just hoping they could go for an axe play. He is terrifying right now, by the way, because they have this Invoker. Right now, we're up to 350 pure damage on that Sunstrike. So you add that in with the call and the potential for Lion with a follow-up finger. And a missing axe is a dangerous axe at the moment.
The only real save that they're going to have is Gilgear with Relocate. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to come quick enough.
You better be fast.
Able. They spot him. Oh! Wait, can they get the second round, though? There's the Colt. No! They still end up finding the finish. Static Storm wasn't enough. They actually relocate out the Disruptor instead. Only a little ways away, and they're going to run up high ground here. Watson, did they decide to help? Limitless is in the area, trying to chase down Ducalis. Can't get enough for the kill. Gilgear going to get bottled up and brought down. So PuckChamp go together as 5 now. And with Storm and Io dead, they're ready to keep the pressure on. Take this mid-tier 1.
Is that a bit of rune camp in there from PuckChamp? Knowing what a Storm wants the most? They're obsessed, man. They have a problem. Got to punish that.
Very impressed with PuckChamp here. Like, I think it's really telling that they're noticing when to like play sort of farming out across the map and when to sort of group up together and take back those objectives. Like they didn't go for the fight top. Instead, they pushed the envelope and took the mid tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Blink Dagger soon to be online for Astral. Do you think this gets easier for HellRaisers eventually?
Eventually can be a very long time away.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they're like the Orchid, the Aegis for Storm. That was probably the next 2 big things that I'd be looking for, plus the BKB for Limitless. Those would be like your key items for like, oh, okay, nice. This feels pretty strong. Now, it's not a free BKB by any means, just because you have Malik, but should still be pretty strong and give more space to Watson in the end, who's also very close to BKB here.
That'll be pretty nice.
Assuming he's going to disassemble, that is.
Right, yeah. Oh, Static Storm down. Glimpse pulls back in. It's enough for the kill. Astral still on the hunt. Alex there, jumps in, gets the call into 1. Is it going to be enough to take down more after the Disruptor? TP away, do they have anything?
No.
Oh, Watson, relocate out. Okay, so they get out there with both supports dying, most likely, assuming that Gilgear also will fall when it comes back in.
Wow, they even scanned to see if someone's coming for a tether out.
Okay. Well done.
Nice spray.
Classic.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of trouble right now. They really, I mean, they got the Orchid, so they could smoke and try and get a kill on like Astral or something right now. Looks like that might be happening in a moment if he gets spotted here. Oh, they're going on Malik instead.
It's a big jump before BKB, but it's not going to be enough. And instead, Limitless is going to be the one that's caught here. Finger of Death dunked down. Dude.
Sunstriked, fingered, and then dunked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice
That's a
HP,
problem.
nerd.
Damn. I mean, this is going to be 3 BKBs online all within, like, you know, what, 7 minutes of each other or so for PuckChamp. This is a scary timing.
I grow concerned for their future. For HellRaisers, it's not looking great. You know, you think about, all right, what are the keys to us and getting back in this game? And I really do think it is like Aegis and BKBs right now. How do you get there? Getting Aegis seems very tough right now. This Invoker is rather frightening. Has the boots of travel, is quickly gaining levels. Just Midasing it up. They do kill Ducalis again, though. Weavers be weaving.
He's been doing a good job on this. And he's going straight for an Aghanims, actually.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's going to be one of the things to watch for, definitely, is, like, can they keep finding these kills on supports? Cores at this point feel like a pretty big ask to actually get any of them dead, and
This vision.
Limitless. Yeah.
Yeah. Very frightening. I was thinking they actually just pinged it, so they probably know. They did Sunstrike this Roche a little bit ago. They're sending in the Forest Spirits now, too. I mean, they know. We know. Everybody knows. Storm players, they only want 3 things. Orchid, Runes, and Aegis. Man, constantly scouting. It's just Sunstrike's off cooldown right into that pit.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, they know what the comeback mechanic is here for HellRaisers to get back into this game. Now, one of them that is pretty nice is
that's
the
good.
Philosopher's Stone. Let's go.
That's huge. That's Disruptor players rejoice whenever that thing drops. And the thing is, even when you're 5, you actually get it. You know, the 4s love to steal that thing, but I think most 4 players are like, okay, yeah, we need eggs. Like, please.
Radiant are scanning.
Actually can make such a big difference in this game if he can get into that. Like, that actually... Because we've talked so much about the vision, right? And how important it's going to be for them to be the ones getting the jump. And right now, the only answer that you really have, like, what if they just pop BKBs? You're done. But if you can get that Aghanim Scepter, maybe you can actually start a fight on good terms for HellRaisers. We'll see.
God, Razor just has the most boring talents. At 10, he took the 9 Agi, and at 15, he took the 14 Strength.
I mean, that's a very Razor thing, though, right? Like, that's a Razor type of play. What you want for it. It fits the hero. It's a boring Lightning Man.
Just needs some Storm Surge talents, that's all.
They need something else besides Storm Surge, man. 24% bonus speed? Come on. Just give
I think
him a
it's kind of
movement speed
crazy
buff.
that he used to just, like, purge you when you targeted him.
Yeah, that was nuts. That part was really crazy.
It's funny that was just, like, the default thing that Razor did. You're just like, yeah, oh, yeah, you know, you target him with stuff and you get slowed. It's crazy.
I have a theory that he was somebody at Valve's least favorite hero to play against, and that's why they took it out of everything. Like, because that should be a shard, right? But they just,
I mean,
took
it
it
is
out
now,
of the game.
basically, right?
Well, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's fair. I just meant the purge
PuckChamp,
component to it.
Not feeling so rushed here. They're not really pressuring the tier 2s, even though they could have been for quite a while. They're just happy scaling into their BKBs. Once again, it goes back to the fact that they just don't want to do something that allows HellRaisers to get this Roche. They are playing a little bit passive and safe, which it will haunt them if they end up losing the next big fight, but they shouldn't lose that fight. Like, I think the way they're playing is the correct way.
Yeah, of course. Well, and that's the thing is, Melody going to be brought down. All right, Philly still works in death. He's fine with this. But yeah, I think that this sort of goes back to what we were talking about PuckChamp doing a really good job of identifying when to play aggressive and when to play further back. And right now, it's time to get a little bit aggressive. Jump in. Oh, they decided to go for Storm instead. But they don't have nearly enough follow-up damage. Oh, that was interesting.
Astral.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, they jump in and they do keep Astro alive, and they're going to be able to find Gilgear on the backside of this. So they at least get 1 kill. Do they decide to go Roche? Looks like it.
They got max bugs in 5 seconds here. They have BKBs if the fight starts.
HellRaisers,
But
are they?
everything's up on the Radiant, though. Like, HellRaisers, you know, they're coming.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. Are there any more BKBs? They didn't pop any of them, right? Yeah, Malik's still there. They got BKB on everybody. And they're thinking about walking in on this. Has Dark Ascension, pops it now, finds Tukalis. Jump in. Oh, they get a bash onto Razor, but it's not enough. Triple BKBs, and now the runaway.
Run.
They got to dodge out of this fight. And now PuckChamp, they might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
Now-
let them go.
Limps, pulls back in one. Kralat, separated from the rest of his team. Watson walks in, goes to blow him up, and finds the kill. This is what we're talking about. The HellRaisers' decision of when to fight. So clutch in terms of just having that maximum vision. Now they get Roche.
That was perfect.
Jumps in,
not
silence
over.
now. Ducalis, gonna get caught, gonna get killed.
Oh my god. No,
Dude.
PuckChamp! You did everything so right until this one moment.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
They don't wanna give it
Tornado's
up,
gonna be
though.
there to lift up. Not enough
Malik,
points in
please.
Wex to fully commit, and Watson, he's gonna get it. Aegis on the Luna. I mean, PuckChamp are smart, are stronger, but HellRaisers, they can take the better fight.
The issue was that they, where the stack storm happened is where Malik blinked into. And so that's what created this whole mess, is that they were set up properly where they only had 2 heroes in the pit and everyone else was outside, and they were waiting. But then when the smoke first popped from HellRaisers, they wanted to get a little bit aggressive, but that initial jump from Malik was into the static storm. He pops his BKB. I think they popped all 3 BKBs right at the start. And once Malik does that and he just blinked, they have no way to force anything. So they all BKB'd. HellRaisers just walk it back, and then PuckChamp start running. And you let them run away. Let them run, get the vision with Night Stalker, and glimpse one person back when those BKBs are over. And that's it. That's the fight right there. Oh, PuckChamp, your grip on this game. They are very close to Refresher, mind you.
Right. I mean, that's the thing that's going to be interesting to watch, right? Is that the fights don't necessarily feel like they get easier to take as far as vision is concerned, but PuckChamp still get very strong. Like this is a scary ass lineup. If they ever catch a good call into Sunstrike, like whoever they catch is gonna die. And on top of that, the Razor shenanigans. Trent, I don't know. We might be in for a good one here.
It's looking pretty solid right now. They're lurking in the tree line up here. I'm not sure. It's quite the wait out, but all right, they're gonna back it up. I don't know. This looks pretty good for HellRaisers. I feel like PuckChamp were doing that good thing where you're like controlling and stuff, but because they limited their aggression and were holding back, like I said, like they have to win that one fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it kicked off for HellRaisers was just a little bit too good. Now your scaling gets a little wonky. Now I almost feel like PuckChamp are sort of on the back foot a little bit until they have that next big like jump up, like Young G getting the Aghanim Scepter and this Refresher actually being utilized. So we'll see. We'll see if they can find a better jump and a better initiation for themselves. But, you know, Limitless is doing the scouting work here on that Night Stalker.
Well, it's going to be something to watch for sure. And then, like you said, it's, you know, PuckChamp needing to get into that next tier of items because HellRaisers have caught up. You get the BKB on Storm. There is a nice little nifty one. The Axe picked up the Shard. So that
I love nifty.
Yeah, combined with the 15 talent. Ooh, jump in. They find one. How do they keep getting the jump on these heroes? It doesn't matter, though. Gilgear nearby, able to help. Kralat walks in. BKB already used. Has the Refresher. Round 2 there and done. Malik looking for more now. Gilgear is going to get relocated back. Pulls over to the side. Watson. But they still have the link. So much damage. The ulti. It's not enough. Watson drops down dead. They do kill off that Razor, but it's one time down. And now Malik trying to live through this. The big dunk, the stun afterwards from Astral. They catch them both out dead. Watson afterwards looking close to falling, but he might be able to do it all on his own. No, not nearly enough. They at least get Malik kill. So in the end, the only one left surviving is the Disruptor.
Ooh. Man, he was getting chunked down by that Luna. That was actually ridiculous. Like, I thought Razor was going to last so much longer with, like, the double BKB and the ulti running. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a better situation there. But I guess the double movement at the start of the fight is probably what messed up his Link situation there.
Right.
But
Yeah.
still, obviously, big win in the end because the frightening fight for you as PuckChamp. You're going in versus that Aegis, and really the only person who got to play that fight was Watson on the Luna.
Well, and I guess this does start to get a little bit better for Razor as he gets more armor, right? He's going towards AC next as Callis. Oh, he has his time lapse, but with the silence out there, it's going to be more. Ooh, 4 staff? Yeah, there'll be more than enough to get the kill. But yeah, like, because right now his build is sort of funky. He's just got like that 16 armor, and he's gone like Falcon Blade Refresher, so we'll see.
Yeah, even just this plate mail is going to feel so much nicer. Oh, a quiver. He's got a mind breaker right now here too. Okay. Haste rune found here by Limitless now though, and could perhaps find Astral. They don't see this Night Stalker come right now. Hello.
Well, yep. That's it's gonna be enough to take him down. Oh man, Limitless got tipped in the last fight, and now runs on in, gets caught, gets killed. It's okay. These things happen.
Things are tough without your IO to back you up from that big combo to Sunstrike.
Yeah. You just accidentally run into like all the disable and then, Sunstrike. And they also have Aghanims done now on Invoker. So Cataclysm ready to go.
Speaking of disable, we need to keep an eye on the shard from Gilgear to see if anyone blinks into it. With
He's got that online, huh?
Always a classic. People still fall into this thing in 2022.
It's pretty good.
It's
nice
very
to go back.
frustrating. Like it forces you to BKB when you blink in as an axe, or like let's Razor picks one up later. You really don't want to get tether stunned.
Well, PuckChamp have regained the lead that they had lost before off the back of a couple of pretty solid fights for themselves and the Aegis going down. Still 2 minutes until it's capable of respawning, but Young Ji, he found Gilgear off in the woods, and together with Malik, they're going to be able to find that kill. In the meantime, for Lat. Oh, they jump in. The Hex afterwards, but the save. Astral's there, and they blow them both up. Watson goes down for Astral. Callis afterwards. He's caught now in the Static Storm as well.
Malik's coming.
They're looking for this, but I don't think it's going to be quick enough. Yeah, no more Cataclysm means they can't make that fight happen. But still, taking down Watson. I'd take that every day of the week for the 2 supports.
Yeah, I had to look at what he was doing, and I'm just like, is this worth it? Like, is Astral gonna be able to do this? Then you see the Cataclysm card, and you're like, oh yeah, right. Duh. Yeah. That Luna's going down really fast. 1100 pure damage. That'll help.
Wonder if you need like status resistance or something on her. I'm not sure. Going right
Probably
now for
just like 4 staffs would be nice.
Okay. Yeah, good call.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Probably, I mean, Maldi, there's a lot of pressure to get the good ulti, though, so this is a very common thing where you see, like, the blink in the Aether Lens on Disruptor, especially when you're able to get an Aghanim, so kind of unfortunate, because I don't know who's going to help you with a 4-staff.
I wonder if he gives the... Right now he's switching back and forth between Quickening Charm and Philosopher's Stone for that Disruptor. Malady definitely getting a lot in this game from that. I mean, you compare that to the Weaver, like, Ducalis has been able to get so much farm, and it's just by pushing waves. And he's actually still ahead of the Philosopher's Stone on Disruptor. Kind of nuts.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
But
attack.
Yeah, I was surprised he went for the 4-staff, too, after the Spirit Vessel, just because, you know, there's so much emphasis on the Aghanims these days for the 4 Weaver. But I guess versus the heroes they have specifically, it might not be that useful. I mean, it's still good eventually, but the 4-staff is just like a quicker option to help versus like Disruptor and stuff.
Scotty completed on Luna with that Aghanims and Blink BKB Night Stalker. This could be their moment, but they got to be careful. If they catch out at the wrong time here, this could be big. The couriers heading back, it's going to show them where the rest of HellRaisers are.
Yeah, and they have a ward, so they did see those couriers. You know, the heroes
Ducalis.
were out of range.
Jumps in, they spot him right at the start. Got to be careful. Jumping from Astral, stun on the 2, but it's not a great one. Limitless finds the backlines. Youngji, BKB, both dead in an instant. That's all it took, and they didn't get anything off. Not a thing.
All right,
Dude, Astral.
Lion Invoker is the absolute best versus IO +1. That's insane.
Dire's middle tower is
Like with the axe on top. I mean, the axe could kind of be anyone, but just these intros here from Astral are perfect, right? What more can you ask for? He's hitting the 2-hero impale with the Earth Spike, and they just get Sunstrike. They just die.
Well, and you know, to me, that's one of those things where I think a lot of people would point to Limitless being like, you're supposed to be the one that's there for vision, but ooh, Astral? Ooh, almost got him down bottom. But at the same time, it's like a team decision thing too, right? Like everybody kind of needs to be on the same page, and it just feels like they weren't ready for that smoke coming in. Tough stuff.
Yeah, I'd have to watch that again and see how he even got that vision. Just like, because the angle they were coming from PuckChamp, I'm surprised that he found that stun onto the 2, because they were kind of like behind the small camp in the trees.
Right.
Either way, Roche was a relatively short spawn. It was like a minute and a little bit. So in for the shard, they'll go. No chance the HellRaisers are going to get here in time.
No.
Who even
Not
needs
at
shard?
least yeah, I guess Young G.
Oh, Invoker.
Damn.
He wants it.
All right, he has a lot of damage now with the Hex. This game got way harder. Hex, Aghanims, Shard, yeah.
God, Invoker's so cool. What a cool hero. Dota rules.
Jack hear you saying this guy's it's a little crazy.
Radiant's middle
How
tower
you can
but
have
I
that
mean,
many
you know,
ultimate
just-
abilities?
The concept, you know?
Okay, I'm with you.
Why does he have so many spells? No one's quite sure, but it's cool.
Ooh, right now, Ducalis hunting this courier. This has Storm's Ags on it, basically. And he's going to play this super safe now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that Ags would be a huge turnaround choice, actually.
They drop the ward
personally,
down.
I think we should make another Invoker, but he has double as many spells, right?
Okay,
and it's a
cool.
support hero, and they're more support-based. But they're like half as strong, you see? But double the
Okay.
amount of spells. I think that would be more important. I just want more buttons to hit.
Radiant's
I
middle
think that
tower is
sounds
under
like
Also, you can only play it on
awful
controller.
experience. Yeah, that's great.
Controller
I love
limited hero.
that. Sick. They get vision. This is the type of fight that HellRaisers want to take when they actually can spot all these heroes. The glimpse back pulls in Kralat. They still see the rest of them. Malik, they jump in, tried to go for that call, didn't quite connect. Axe, no call now. Jump forward, tries to find another
Astral?
jump onto Astral to pull in, but double BKB.
Weaver?
Can they do enough? Flat, still buying a little bit of extra time. They try and run away, but they found Limitless. Jump in with Gilgear to try and save a life. It's not going to be enough, and they find the taunt afterwards, get the double kill on Malik. They are playing these fights so perfectly on PuckChamp. And it's what happens when you just go in vision. They had that ward down.
They were very concerned, I think, about Young G. That's why he didn't actually use the time lapse there from Ducalis, because he could have got to Astral in time and went for the save.
is under attack.
But just recognizing that, unfortunately, Astral's not the most important hero right now.
Wow. How do you stop this now? Aegis, AC, he's still got Refresher for round 2 if everything if he needs to go for it. And I mean, they don't have Night Stalker for 30 seconds. This could be racks and more.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they just
So-
don't have anything versus this Scythe either, right? Like, there's a serious threat. Like, he just can't leave the Fountain right now on Rebel until he has the BKB back.
Looking, hoping to find somebody there, but there was nobody off to the side of the trees. PuckChamp.
Look how far back Astral is.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
It's just- He's like, I got smoke blink. I got a Tumbler's toy still. I need range.
Yeah. And I'm assuming trying to stay in position just in case the Stormtrooper wanted to jump too. He could maybe catch him out, but damn. I mean, this is sometimes the problem with a Night Stalker, right? Like, you can see all the heroes in the world, but you just can't bite into them.
I just think it's so awesome how they essentially solved all their problems with Earth Spike Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Like the jumps have completely turned this game back around, where they sort of lost a little bit of the lead they had and gave up the control that they'd established after like 20 minutes of Dota, and then everything's just shut down because they're just hitting these combos. I feel like you missed one of those Earth Spikes, and this game is either like even or HellRaisers might even still be winning.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, at this point, it's such
Okay.
a hard fight back into this. Yeah, the refresher. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm down. Octarine next. Sure. Why not, Malik?
Malik is crazy. I love this guy. His axe is going to some pretty nice calls here, I would imagine.
That's a lot of BKB, you know.
Right. For a while there, the thing that I really liked to see was like Abyssal Blade axe also.
That was a dark time, man. That Abyssal Blade change, I don't know how that passed inspection. That was an illegal device, you know? If they brought that on the ice in a hockey game, they'd be like, there's a curve on that stick that is not okay. That thing was not cool.
The decision, too, for Malik to go for disassembling the Vanguard and then going in for the refresher, it's pretty nifty. I like that a lot.
Item's too good. Getting a timeless relic now, too.
Yeah, bring that on out. It's going spider legs for the moment, but why not? Radial definitely blast. I mean, this is the thing. PuckChamp, they're playing so safe. Even though they got this 15,000 gold lead, they're getting all of these item timings up. Like, they're still giving a lot of respect to HellRaisers and the potential that they have to pull this one back around.
Well, the frightening thing is that there is always going to be that potential just because you have the, again, the
Yeah.
vision that we talk about. Like, let's say they get the site first. Maybe they don't have a smoke this time from PuckChamp. A lot of the best fights have come off of smokes because that obviously is going to take away a lot of the vision advantage that you're gaining from Night Stalker and Luna. And then on top of that, you have this Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor. So your net worth could be invalidated. If
Right.
you get caught out by at the right or the wrong time. As we zoom through, whoosh. This is nice.
That's
This
so
is like VR, guys.
Have you ever done Dota 2 in VR?
No, but you have.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Pithy Legume.
It's a little bit scary. Like when you see the heroes that are just like up close, they're a little spooky looking.
Is
Also,
Drow
the-
as like small as she feels compared to the other heroes?
I don't know. I haven't seen Drow. Look at these guys though. Look how big they are. That's the other thing, is that the trees, I think in VR are like scaled up to be taller. So I don't think it actually looks like this. This is not the
Yes.
actual scale of it.
Yes, the trees are shrunken when you're in the flying mode, and they get scaled up. I think in like showcase and stuff, don't they?
Gotcha. Maybe, I don't know. Go back into Dota 2 VR.
Someday we'll just start playing Dota in that view. It'll be great when the VR really takes off.
Yeah. Then you
Once
like,
I can
feel
just
the
like
pain.
click that little button on my ear and turn on my VR connected brain cybernetic thing, that'd be great.
Oh, that's a good way to have some
The
existential
future
dread
is
in the
going to be
morning,
awesome.
Trent.
Yeah. Just watch a couple ads, through my eyeballs. It's going to be hype.
No, you can pay to turn those off. It's okay.
I did feel like a McMuffin this morning. You're right, brain. I've detected your neural pathways are craving bacon.
You're not wrong. Yeah, so 40 minutes in now. Do we have all the next tier items also? I think that they're all up. Yeah. Both teams got them. And, ooh, Razor has the Trickster Cloak with the Leveler backpack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dude, how
That's
the
the
hell...
GG Leveler.
How are you going to kill this Razor, honestly? Like, I don't know.
All right,
Now
smoke
they
failed.
run in. They smoke afterwards to try and get out.
They're like, who doesn't have a BKB? Who can we glimpse? Find someone.
Fizz. Find one. Linked up on the
Malik.
Limitless.
What happened? He called without blinking.
He might have gotten
He
his blink
just-
canceled by something, or I don't know.
I don't think it was canceled. That's what I was trying to figure out. I think he just flubbed it.
The-
Or he got hit. We'll just say he got hit by something.
Well, Dark Ascension is now popped, and they weren't able to get anything off of it. So, kind of a frustrating turn of events. Ooh, we got 4 minutes until night also. So, this next 80 seconds, I'm wondering if PuckChamp just want to go at this point.
They have any more smokes? Because that was a smoke they used and it failed. And I don't see any more. I legitimately think they're just going to like keep playing with smokes It makes such a big difference for how they want to fight.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm thinking like with no nighttime for 80 seconds. I guess 60 seconds now. I'll be back up soon. Maybe it won't matter. They're walking down a lane. If they can be in position, that also sort of nullifies the vision advantage too, right? A little bit at least.
Radiant structures.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Oh, they're hunting. Oh man, Gilgear, Watson, they spot him to the side, ready to go, and they will have.
Oh, they're
jump
looking for
after-
Gilgear.
Yeah, they found it. They found him. Call afterwards. Oh no, the stun, the tether stun. Oh, that keeps him alive. And now the turn, they get the relocate out. Oh, he blinked into the tether stun, Malik. No.
There it is. You knew it was coming.
Oh, that's funny.
Gilgear will go back for the sacrifice here, but all hail glorious Luna. Oh, that comes out soon, doesn't it? We're gonna praise Salamene again? Watch Luna sacrifice the innocents.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. That's pretty good lore.
Dude, her lore was wild.
These axes are axeless.
Yeah,
Radiant
she seems
are
so nice in
scanning.
this game. You know?
Wow,
The-
I've never
the
heard that line
psychopath.
before. Did you hear that? When he picked
No.
up the illusion rune?
Uh-uh.
I believe he said even these axes are axeless. It must be the line when you use that set with the illusions. That's pretty funny.
Oh, cool.
Even these axes are axeless.
Jumps forward, finds one at the start. Not any way out of there. Now the pullback onto 2 with the storm. Oh, that's so much damage. And Krillette afterwards is there, but he might be in a little bit of trouble. They break the link. He still has one more left. Malady hiding off.
Oh, he blinked back. He got the gem.
Jumps it. Oh, Limitless, what a player. Okay, buyback from Astral. Listen, if you can take those fights like that, it's pretty good. This is Roche,
man.
potentially.
It really is just, it's all about vision. That's all that matters. Just who sees who first. And right now, with all the mobility they've got going on right now. Oh, but mind you, that is the end of the Dark Ascension. He's still
Yeah.
on 25, so he doesn't have the talent yet.
This is
Dude,
scary.
this is bad.
This is really
Dude,
scary.
no, this seems so bad.
And they're creeps hitting
There's
tier
no
4 as well.
BKB on
This is
Storm.
happening.
There's no
This is
BKB on Night Stalker.
Crazy. They jump forward. Limitless in some trouble. Pulls in Rebel. He only catches one. Now into the midst of that silence. Krillette already closed off one. Now they have the buyback afterwards. Watson pops the Eclipse and now tries to get a little bit of separation. So another way to create nighttime, at least for a second. But with Limitless back in, can they finish this off? There is still no more Axe. That kill is huge. But will it be enough?
I don't know, man.
Axe back in 10 seconds. They feel like they have to do it now. There's no BKB on the Razor.
Everyone go in the pit.
Oh, Storm got Refresher. Storm got Refresher. Jump in, blows up one. Astro tries to do it. Isn't going to be enough. No. Second round, Radial Deathwing Blast pushes out Watson. They're able to jump onto him, doing a ton of damage. Rabel finds the kill. Watson's still living and backs
didn't
out
get
of there,
anything.
but it was the Aegis on the Weaver and Cheese on the Invoker and Refresher. Instead, they jump forward. Malik got the Refresher and gets the kill.
Disgusting.
Oh, nicely done. They got everything on PuckChamp.
Oh no. HellRaisers, why? Why did they force that so hard? I guess because they felt like when the Axe respawned, they still wouldn't have the tools to fight, but
Yeah.
I think you just got to accept there's no way. Like, winning that fight around the pit, if they just contest you at all without your BKBs, the odds are so low. And as you said, like the pushback there, they didn't get anything from that Roche. Did they even get the kill at least? Nope.
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 All right. They have buyback on Luna still. Like you said, they've got the Refresher on Invoker. And we'll have no Refresher on the Axe. They actually get Rax here? It doesn't look like it. Okay.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
20k gold lead. At least it wasn't an Aghanims. I mean, I feel like maybe Refresher is worse. I don't know. They're both pretty bad. Collis?
I don't know. 3 Cataclysms sounds
Jump
scary.
in. Find one. Will it be enough? Rabel caught.
Oh,
Ooh, the
nice.
time lapse, but the time lapse is back into it. Okay, still no BKB out from him now. Trying to bring down Malik in time. Will it be enough? Second round Refresher. They control the Storm. Gonna kill him off. Gilgear, not enough to save. They did kill the Axe, but it came at a hell of a cost and no buyback for the Storm Spirit.
Oh man, the shard, the refresher. That's more meatballs than my kids threw on the floor last night with a spaghetti. And they're just burning all over the place here on the HellRaisers. They were lean turkey meatballs. They were pretty tasty. I'll be real.
Oh, turkey meatballs are the best, Trent. Except for Invoker meatballs. Those ones
I keep
are
helping.
tasty.
No, those are the best ones. The Young G, he's got a lot of them. He's got a few more coming up here in a minute.
He's done so much damage. And they're just going in for it potentially here.
Oh, all right. This is YOLO. Watson buys a Silver Edge.
I mean, I don't know. This just feels so difficult to make this fight happen. How do you even jump? They don't have anybody really. Limitless thinking about going on to Young G, maybe. They still have that Silver Edge going, but sprays drop down. Astro looks for an opening. They got to turn. They got to fight. They got to do something here, but the link up happens. They have the chase down. Cole comes afterwards. Taunted, dead. That's going to be GG. PuckChamp, take game number 1.
Man, PuckChamp looking good. Solid drafts all around for sure, but just the gameplay and the team coordination throughout that mid game to land those big studs. Astral's my MVP, honestly. Like I thought that completely won the mid game. Those Earth Spikes.
Right.
That's it. Insane.
Yeah, I think that the fact that he was able to accelerate to such quick amounts of gold, and again, part of that is like the stacking, you know? He stacks up camp after camp after camp, Mallet clears through him, and then you get both of these 2 Blink Dagger initiators online so early, and they just set the tempo.
Yeah, he actually had more stacks than the entirety of HellRaisers. HellRaisers stacked 10 camps, and he stacked 11 himself. So, yeah, you're not wrong. 5 stacks from Malik, 6 from Krylab, too. So, yeah, that is a huge chunk of where his goal came from.
And Invoker, I mean, when you have that much control and you go Exort Invoker, he ends up doing more damage than the next 2 on the enemy team. Rebel and Limitless. They just did so much freaking damage. Actually, it was Watson and Rebel. But regardless, a very impressive showing from PuckChamp. And HellRaisers, I mean, it just goes to show, even if you see everything with Night Stalker, you still need to have that damage, which I do think is something that the panel was talking a lot about, the lack of it going into the later stages. But that's going to do it for us. We're going to head on back to them after a very short break.